The term nomenclature simply means naming. And the naming in organic compound is based on IUPAC rule. It is based on IUPAC rule. IUPAC rule. It is based on IUPAC rule. IUPAC means international. 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 U means union of pure, and applied chemistry. So naming of organic compound is based on IUPAC rule or IUPAC intervention. So correct name of an organic compound is also called systematics. If I don't want to call it IUPAC rule, I can call it systematic. I can call it systematics. Systematic name of organic compound. Like the correct name of an organic compound is called systematic. So we're going to be looking at rules of naming organic compounds since it is based on IUPAC intervention. Okay, I'll start with hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon. Yes, a compound in which its constituent elements is carbon and hydrogen only. And that is hydrocarbon. So let's look at the rules in naming hydrocarbon. Rule number 1. Okay. Name the longest. Name the long continuous chain. Attach prefix as follows. Okay, when naming the long continuous chain, please, the following prefix should be attached. So in case if I have a, okay, let me say number of carbon atom, and the what will then be the prefix. Okay. In naming, in the long chain, the number of carbon appears to be 1 in the long chain, the prefix should be met. 2 carbon atom should be X. 3 carbon atom is prop. 4 carbon atom is boot. 5 carbon atom is paint. 6 is hex. 7 hex. 8 octs. 9 non. 10. Okay, Dick. This will be my rule number 1 now. So must make sure that if I am naming an organic compound, basically hydrocarbon, I will check the long chain. Consider a long chain and then attach prefix based on the number of carbon atoms. If the number of carbon atoms is 1, that means it should be met. If it is 10, that means it should be deck, as the case may be. Okay, that is on rule number 1. Then rule number 2. Rule number 2 should be name the side chain. Name the side chain or alkyl group. Okay, rule number 2, name the side chain, and that is the alkyl group. So recall the alkyl group as follows. The alkyl group to be seen to study there will be CH3. Should be remember that C1 is met, so CH3 is methyl. When you see C2H5, that should be ethyl, and then C3H7, and that should be propyl. Please name the side chain. So name after naming the long chain. Next is to look out for the side chain if there is any, and that should be on my rule number 2. And then my rule number 3. Rule number 3. Identify the locants. Identify the locants. Identify the locants or side chain. And assign lowest possible number. Okay, identify the locants or side chain and assign lowest possible number. In fact, to do that, you ought to number the carbon in the long chain, both sides, to see which carbon or which side is lower. That is on my rule number 3. And then my rule number 4. Rule number 4, use di, tri, or tetra for similar side chain that appear on the same or different carbon chain. Okay, use of di, tri, or tetra on a similar side chain that tend to appear on the same or different carbon in the skeleton. So that is rule number 4. So once you see an alkyl, since we're talking about hydrocarbon, since an alkyl that has appeared 2 or more times, 2 or multiple times, it appears on either the same carbon or it appears on different carbon. So the use of di, tri, and tetra should be very, very paramount to that rule. So that's rule number 4. And then the rule number 5. Rule number 5 would be that in that rule number 5, which is very, very important, in the case, alright, in the case of the similar, in the case of the similar side chain, in the case of the similar side chain, in the case of the similar side chain, the naming is done in alphabetical order. Naming is done in alphabetical order. Alphabetical order. Please take note, sir. The rules in naming, basically, hydrocarbon. Also recall, also notes. In that naming, if you must apply all these 5 rules, don't forget about this. I won't want to call this one rule, but just a reminder. Once you see a number, 2 or more numbers, please separate 2 or more numbers with commas, as in comma, that's what I mean, commas, and separate 2 or more alphabets. Okay, separate a number and alphabets with hyphen. Okay, this is a hydrocarbon. See that the main constituent element in that compound is all carbon and hydrogen. Okay, let me apply all the rules in naming. First of all, I have to start with rule number 1, which says that we have to check the longest chain. So let's consider the longest chain. The longest chain code does appear to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll just apply rule number 1 and rule number 3 at the same time. Number. Just try to number both sides. This is where carbon is lengthier. Or this can also be where carbon is lengthier. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Depending on how you want them, this is the first thing you have to check. And then the next rule will be to know the exact position of the locant. Look at the locant here, the side chain. So where is it located? To which carbon is it attached to? It does appear that it's attached to position 2 or position 3, but choosing the lowest possible number, I think 2 is much more lower than 3. So the position of the methyl group or side chain on this compound, on this chain, is at position 2. So this is 2 and this methyl. Is 2 methyl. Now see that I'm separating a number, an alphabet with a hyphen. So this is 2 methyl. Then a hydrocarbon with 4 long chain is both. Okay, is both. Then let's see how the suffix will turn out to be. It is both, so it's 4. So all the carbon in this long chain are all bonded by a single bond. So the suffix will be ane. So this is 2 methyl butane. This is the name of this organic compound. That's an example 1. Then on my example 2, how do we name this compound? Okay. Look at the second example here. Okay. In this case, I have 3 side chain here. 3 side chain. 1, 2, 3. Methyl. Okay. I will try to number this carbon in a long chain to see the exact location of these side chains. So I will try to number both sides as usual. Let me start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then, it doesn't appear, let me start from here to number. It doesn't appear that if I have to start from here, this particular methyl group is at position 2, okay? This one is at position what? 4. I'm just coming through this way. 4, 4. So since the number of substituents is how many here? 3, and they are all similar. So I use prefix tri and then methyl. Please look at it. Comma is separating numbers. Hyphen is separating number and alphabet. Okay, tri. Then I have tri methyl what? How many carbon are in the long chain? 5. It becomes what? Pentane. Okay, the other perspective to this name, which is coming from here, I have what? 2, 2, and then this become what? 4, tri methyl pentane. Now, examiner would like to use this structure to trick students and not allow yourself to be tricked. Okay, to some, this is 2,4,4 trimethylpentane. To some, they will say it's 2,2,4 trimethylpentane. Which one is correct name of this organic compound? Based on IUPAC nomenclature or based on IUPAC rule or systematic rule, please try to give this locant smallest possible number. Okay, 2,4,4 and 2,2,2. For 2,2,4 trimethylpentane and 2,4,4 trimethylpentane, you should know the number that is lowest. Is it 244 or 224? Which one is lowest? Is what? 224 is correct. This is wrong. So the correct answer or correct name of this organic compound is 2,2,4 trimethylpentane and not 2,4,4 trimethylpentane. Because if you start from here, that is 2,2,4, not 2,4,4. Okay, 2,2,4 is lowest number than 2,4,4. Please take note of that. So that's explain that example. So let's look at 2 more examples before we go to another thing. 2 more examples. Look at this structure here. Okay. Based on what I just see now. Okay, the example 2 is actually look much different. So to some people they may think that hey, this is ethyl based on the side chain, ethyl CH3, ethyl C2H5 propane, as the case may be. And some with this may does appear to be 1, 2, 3, and they say it's 2 ethyl propane. Okay, that's what will be in the mind of majority, or this will be the mind of most students who say that this structure is 2 ethyl propane. You are very wrong. It's not, because you didn't consider where the number of carbon is much more longer. Consider the long chain. The chain is much more longer from here. It's not 1, 2, 3, but 2. This is 2 carbon here. So this one will be the 3rd carbon, and this one will be the 4th carbon. Or this one will be the 1st carbon, this one will be the 2nd carbon. This carbon here will be the 3rd and 4th carbon. So the longest chain is butane, not propane. So to this end, this is the side chain attached to this carbon. So there is a way to this. I'm not going to use 3 because 3 is much more bigger than 2, so I'll use 2. So this material attached to 2, not 3. So this is going to be what? 2 CH3, 2 methyl, and then the long chain is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 methyl butane is correct, and not 2 ethyl propane. Sorry. This is what? Correct. 2 methyl butane is the structure and not the other way around. Not the other way around. Okay, this example. Let me just stop it, and it's the last example. Example 4. Okay, what if I have this structure here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can want to pause the video and answer the question. Okay. Let me go to that example quickly. Example 4. The IUPAC name here. Let's use our rule. Let's try to number the carbon. The longest, the chain is much more longer. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, straight chain is straight. Okay, that's mostly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 2, 3, 4, 5 if you like. Okay, So that's the longest chain, or 2, 3, 4, 5 if you like. Let's combine again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then it does appear that we have two side chains that are dissimilar, ethyl and methyl. Okay. Remember what the rule the last one said, that when you have two dissimilar side chain, dissimilar alkyl chain, okay, we'll use the rule of alphabetical order, not number order. And we don't say that because this is 2, we'll not say 2 methyl. Because in alphabetical order, E will always come before M. So because of that, we have to give priority to this ethyl. And where is it located? Position 3. So this is structure is 3 ethyl. And then where is methyl? Methyl is at position 2. Okay, not 4. Because it doesn't appear that giving this priority 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives it 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives it 3. Okay, so having taken this 3 as the position of this ethyl, and then methyl will not be 4 but 2. So we use any of these. So we use 3 ethyl and then 2 methyl. And how many carbons are there in the long chain? 5 carbons. So that should be pentyl. And not, this is correct. So it shouldn't be. To some students, they will say that this is 2 methyl. Okay, they will start from 2 and say after all, 2 is lower than 3. And therefore they say 2 and then 3 ethyl and then pentyl. No, you are following the wrong order. You are following number order here. We're not following number order in this case, but we're following alphabetical order. So this particular name is wrong. So the correct answer is 3 ethyl, 2 methyl, pentyl. Okay, we're going to give you more of this in our next session of UTME, Post UTME, WAEC, and NECO past questions. This will be more of these structures where exam bodies have so far asked a student, and most of you come out very bad in this. So this is the rule of naming. So you can go back and pause the video and try to follow the rules of naming hydrocarbons. So these are examples of naming hydrocarbons. So more of this example will be solved in our past question and answer link. Okay, in the next rule of naming organic compound, we're going to be looking at another important hydrocarbon this time, but this time is unsaturated hydrocarbon. Naming in unsaturated hydrocarbons.